How do you see this present situation?
Present situation is a situation which has unfolded over a period of time. It is not something which has happened overnight. You have seen what has happened in eastern part, and you are seeing now what is happening in western part. Realizing our responsibility towards the state and the people as a whole. Therefore, anybody who is in the government, anybody who has the privilege and responsibility of administration and governance and policy making, they must be seen as responsive to the aspirations and hope of all sections of people. And that can instill confidence and trust. If we as leaders start siding with one group or other when there are contentious issues, whether claim, counterclaim pertaining to benefit accrued to some group and deprivation to another, we have to take everybody on board. Give them a sense of realization that uh, any any perception which generates mistrust and fear, they are bound to have their own negative ramification in the society and therefore have ramification in overall governance. You can have a chaotic situation resulting out of that sense of fear and mistrust. This is what is happening. All these these social media postings are available. Did the police pretended to be blind? Were they not aware of this? They are the one very prompt in shut down internet and other things. Hmm? These were all available. In fact, some of the postings were very unpleasant, directed towards the MLS and elected representatives. Every political party have their own stand. Na? No MLA will go and speak their own personal view. Hmm? When a political party understands its own responsibility towards the larger good of the state and larger good of the people, we will talk for the state as a whole. And we know when to talk. We know when to say. We know how to tell them. We know how to engage in dialogue and discussion. But it must be it must be initiated by the government, the people who are in the government. But the fact is that these whole social media postings, which were already there, were indicative of the likely emotions that was going to run high. That means people were not just appeal. People were somehow provoked to think that, okay, if they don't go, maybe they will be perceived as somebody who doesn't care for the community. So these are ways and means of analyzing the likelihood of the outcome of such event.
You said, doctor, that even Richard case also you will be asking for independent inquiry. So when are you asking when this will be done?
If I have said it now, that means we are already asking it. Okay. Now, since I have already briefed the media in general, you have seen one thing. The names that were arrested and circulated by the SP Tura last night, every name had their tag connected with certain political parties. And subsequent to this, there is afterthought, plot, and conspiracy to malign the political party in a manner which it was trying to do, and therefore to make it look more appropriate, they have resorted to going and arresting Richard Morong Marak. I have no other interpretation, but my personal interpretation is this. समझदारों के लिए इशारा ही काफ़ी है. We will have to go for asking an independent inquiry.